Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me. Today I'm going to be giving you a full guide on the blooms and where they spawn. So first of all, the blooms, if you don't know already, are these little flowers on the field. Every time you basically collect the certain amount of pollen, you get some kind of petals depending on the color. We're going to start off with the white petals. They spawn in dandelion, as you can see here. They spawn in mushroom, as you can see over here. They spawn in blue flower field. They spawn in spider field. They spawn in bamboo field. They spawn in coconut field, and partially they spawn on mountain top. So as you can see, white petals are very easy to get since they spawn in many fields, unlike some petals which spawn in specific fields, which is quite annoying. Let's move on to the blue petals. The blue petals spawn in blue flower field, bamboo field, stump field, pine tree forest, and mountain top. Now for me personally, because I'm a blue hive and I macro, the easiest way to get blue petals is in, of course, pine tree forest, because that's where I macro. When you macro, that's super easy to get those. Next we're going to move on to the red petals. The red petals spawn in strawberry field, mushroom field, rose field, mountaintop, and pepper patch. Yes, that's right, many red fields. Now the thing is that depending on the color, some might spawn only in, for example, blue petals might only spawn in blue fields, while red petals might spawn in only red fields. The good thing is that in mountaintop, most petals spawn there, so we're gonna have a variety of colors that you're going to get. Next, we're gonna move on to the scarlet petal. Now, the scarlet petal you can get partially from pepperfield and partially from mountaintop. Now, it's quite uncommon to get it from mountaintop, so I recommend you going to Pepper Patch and getting it from there. Okay, let's move on to the cyan petal now. The cyan petal you can get from bamboo field, stump field, and mountaintop. However, those are the ones that are guaranteed. Now, you also have, it's quite easy to get them in pumpkin patch, alright? As you can see here, boom, I already got one cyan. Now, another field is also pineapple. Next, we're gonna move on to the gray petal. The gray petal you can achieve from dandelion field, spider field, which is a little bit more rare, pumpkin, and coconut. Let's move on to the black petal, and as you can see, I just went and grabbed one. You can get it from dandelion, spider, cactus, and mountaintop, which is a little bit more rare. We're gonna move on to the yellow petal. You can only get it from sunflower and pineapple. Now, some petals spawn in different fields as well, but those are the guaranteed ones, so you must grind sunflower and pineapple most of the times. Let's move on to the green petal, which is by far probably the easiest one to get, because you can get it from clover, pumpkin, and cactus. Even though it's not that many fields, almost all petals have at least one green petal, so they're quite useless. However, you can get them if you have a mission for that. Let's move on to the pink petal. You can get it from strawberry field, mountaintop, and that's all. Now in mountaintop, it's quite rare to get them. It's partially uncommon, not rare. We're gonna move on to the violet petal. Now the violet you can get from either rose field or clover field. Now, my personal pick, however, might be Cloverfield most of the times, because it's still mostly a mixed field where you can get plenty of other petals as well. So that's where I recommend you guys to grind. Next, we're gonna move on to the marigold. Now, the marigold is quite rare to get because you can get it from sunflower, which is uncommon, you can get it from clover, which is rare, and you can get it from mountaintop, which is also rare. So the marigold is quite a rare petal to get. And we're gonna move on to the last one, which is the periwinkle. Now, you can only get it, you can only obtain it from stump field. And keep in mind, not only from stump field, but it's also rare from stump field. So this is very difficult to get, but it's worth it because it gives 1.25 times mythic bee pollen, 40% unique instant conversion, and once you get a little bit more, the maximum boost is 2 times mythic bee pollen, and so on. Now let's move on to the second part, and that is where to grind blooms from. Because if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you now. The lower field, the lower pollen you need to collect per levels. If you don't get that, I'm just going to show you an example. So as you can see here, level 2 bloom and sunflower is only 40 pollen. However, if we go over mountaintop or some other elite view, you're actually going to need to collect far more. Let's say in pumpkin, you're going to need to collect more. In pine tree, you're going to need to collect more, and so on. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And that's all. Have a great day or night, and peace out.